Weather Channel. Jen, this report, the IPCC report, it came out, but it's going to be difficult for a lot of people to wade through. So here at the Weather Channel, we kind of broke it down. Dr. Jeff Masters at Weather Underground has put the three things that we think are most important to know in this. And number one, he says we're blowing our carbon budget. What that means is we've already gone through 2/3 the amount of emissions allowable under the danger threshold. So if the world is trying to cut 2% a year, and they still haven't managed to do that, carbon growth from 2000 to 2010 was 2.2%. So what he's saying, what Dr. Masters is saying, that even if we try to manage that 2% cut, it might not be enough to take care of the growth that we have at the same time. Number two, avoiding dangerous climate change is actually affordable, he says, but the key, we have to do it now. We're talking Congress and everyone else, lawmakers all around the world. The cost of keeping global warming under the dangerous level is something we can't afford not to do when compared with the results. That's what he says. And number three, we're on track to significantly warmer temperatures globally anyway. We're already on pace for 2014 to be the warmest calendar year on record, and many more warmest years on record are on the way this century, is what Dr. Jeff Masters warns us. Read more about the three takeaways from our colleague, Dr. Jeff Masters, on weatherunderground.com. So to break this down, we actually got an interview to someone who is involved in this report. Let's go to Dr. Benjamin Preston, who helped write the report for the UN. Dr. Preston, are you with us this morning? Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Pleasure to be here.
It's so nice for you to be here because, again, when people see this report, to me, as we're getting everybody, the family, ready to run out the door, so much of this seems like it's big government and big business problem. Is there something that I can do, that people at home can actually do, that will really make a difference?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the things we tried to emphasize in this particular report is the importance of individual behavior and lifestyles as an influence on not only reducing future greenhouse gas emissions, but also making society more resilient. And in terms of what individuals can do, it's kind of a story I think many of us have heard before. So efficiency, 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 and how we live. So looking for efficiency in the cars we drive, efficiency in the products we buy, the appliances we use in our home, and thinking about ways we can offset our own carbon emissions in our daily lives.
You know, Dr. Preston, I feel like we were making a little headway in this, but then oil prices come down, energy prices come down, and right away we go to the easy things that basically are burning fossil fuels to get, and we don't go to the changes that will make long-term impact. So is that true, and how do we break that mold if that's true?
Well, it's yes and no. I think one of the other things we emphasize in this report is the trade-offs that happen between different types of decisions. So, for example, right now in the United States, we're experiencing transformational changes in our energy system due to our ability to extract natural gas, for example. So natural gas prices are also coming down along with oil and gasoline prices. So what that's allowed the energy sector to do is transition away from coal into natural gas. Okay. And what that does is it reduces the amount of carbon dioxide emissions from energy production. But of course, that's only the first step, and we have to do more beyond that to move away from fossil fuels entirely.
So, Dr. Preston, just one thing. So is the community that's involved in this report, are they basically telling all of us to just forge ahead with alternative fuels no matter what the marketplace may look like because it'll long-term be better for the planet? Is that the message here?
That's certainly one of the precious messages. I mean, obviously, we don't want to ignore the market entirely. The market's a big driver of behavior at the individual up to the corporate and the government level. But it's pretty clear in the analysis that come out of this report that to move away from fossil fuels, to get our emissions down to a level that would avoid, quote-unquote, dangerous climate change, it's going to require massive investments in the hundreds of billions of dollars per year over the next couple of decades. It sounds like really big numbers, but in the context of the U.S. economy, the global economy, and future economic growth, it's actually rather manageable.
Now, the IPCC, you guys continue to put these reports out, and you kind of are moving steadily towards saying human interaction with the planet is the big reason for the pollution. So, I mean, this report says more of that, if I'm right when I'm reading it.
Certainly. I mean, going into the future, we're going to see, continued, on the emission side, obviously extraction of fossil fuels from our planet, as well as ongoing land use change, land clearing, deforestation. That's a big factor on the emission side. But also, our interactions with the planet influence our vulnerability and exposure.
All right, Dr. Benjamin Preston, thank you for explaining that IPCC report. It'll be in the news everywhere this week. Maybe we'll understand a little bit better. We'll be right back.